Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. If you guys follow the market, I'm sure you guys were aware that Thursday morning there was a very important inflation report in the United States, the Consumer Price Index, the CPI, and it came in better than expected, which should have been good news for stocks. Stocks should have all been green. And because the Fed is going to cut rates probably in October, and things should be great, right? But there was a massive sell-off, and the massive sell-off, the QQQ was down like 2%. The massive sell-off, people sold off big tech, these big giant companies like Nvidia, Microsoft, Google, um, Apple, and they bought these tiny companies like the tiny, especially real estate companies, all these rate-sensitive companies that were getting hammered by the Fed's policy. So they went from basically selling the winners, buying the small losers. The big winners, small losers. And all the media heads and the ex heads call this sector rotation. Jim Cramer and those type of people. So this is a sector rotation example. Oh, it's funny. It's my name. I don't even know what this company is. I'm going to show you in this video how to create such a nice heat map where like the size of the bar is related to the size of the company. So like Nvidia would be huge, Google will be slightly smaller, although I repeated the size for both of the Google things. I should have made half and half, or just thrown one away. And the size is small for some of these Russell guys. And also another important thing is like it's subset it off. So the big set of everything is the Russell 1000, and then you have technology, software, all that. Oh, you have like technology, and then you have a subset within technology: semiconductors, software, consumer electrics, software applications. So like it's subset within a subset. So I'm going to show you how to create a, a heat map like that with Plotly. Yeah, so let's get started. I just want to say one quick tiny thing is that this heat map, they also have something similar in FinViz. You guys are aware of FinViz. But this will be in Plotly, and it's more interactive. It's even cooler. So let's get started. So first thing is, I want to say that the main goal of this video is I want to basically do that nice visualization, that heat map. But I do want you guys to learn four different things. One is how the trick I showed you guys once, where let's say you can Google something like Russell 1000, and you get a Wikipedia article, and you have all these tables. So a trick with pandas to get tables from a website into pandas. So it's going to be pd.html, which is really cool. So that's the first thing I want to show you guys. So then we can get these as tables, and so we can get the list of. We're going to use the Russell 1000 as our set of stocks, so we can get their list of all our ticker symbols. And then the second step, I'm going to show you how to use Yahoo Finance's API with to get like the market cap, the sector, the industry, and that sort of thing. And then I'm going to show you what I showed in a previous video, how in one API call you can get daily open, high, low, close volume data for 1,000 stock symbols at once. Just one call, no loops in this one, which is cool. So because we're going to need that to calculate the return on, I think it was July 10th, whenever that Thursday was, where stocks sold off. Yeah, we're going to need the return between here and here, because here is the big sell-off. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to do that. And then finally, we're going to show you the nice visualization with px.treemap. It's TreeMap from Plotly. That'll give us the nice nested heat map. And on the way, I'm going to show you guys some basically troubleshooting, looking at errors, mistakes in the data, because Yahoo Finance actually has a mistake with Broadcom AVGO's market cap. It gives it 10 times more market cap. So I'm going to show you maybe like a Plotly bar chart to visualize and find that. So let me stop rambling. Let's get started. So the only thing we're going to need here is we're going to need Yahoo Finance. So pip install Y Finance. That's the only library we're going to need, right? And while that's installing, the sector heads call this the talking heads, Jim Cramer's and stuff, call this sector rotation. So it was a rotation from large to small caps, also from from tech to like other interest rate sensitive areas. So even things like Lucid went up a ton. Okay, so now let me show you this cool PD.read HTML trick. So let's say, first thing you do, of course, is you Google, you find the index you want, Russell 1000. You see it has tables and it has the table you want. This is the table we want because it has symbols. So we're gonna use that to get the Russell 1000. So all you do is you copy the URL, and then you do something like first of all we import pandas, and we do import pandas as PD, and we do df equals PD dot read HTML. Let's call it df HTML. So we can see that we get this HTML, and it's actually, this time it's actually a list of tables. So you can actually do, let's say you could do length df HTML, it's a list of tables. So let's like inspect it and see how the tables look. So let me do the fancy printing to make it look a little nicer. From ipython.display, import display, import markdown. Did I spell IPython wrong? Down, I spelled it wrong. It's IPython. Okay, so great. So we have this IPython. Okay, so let's do something like this. Let's iterate through the tables. So this is it's kind of cool. This is what the AI wants us to do, but let's actually do something else. We'll do like enumerate. So we'll get like we'll find which table number we want. So do for I table in enumerate df HTML. We're gonna print. We're gonna say like table table, and then we're gonna print so like table 1 for example, and then we are going to also just display the table itself. So did I spell it wrong? No model IPython. What did I do wrong? It's a big P. Okay, so look, you see we get like table 0 looks like this, table 1 looks like this, table 2 looks like this. So table 2 is what we want because we want the symbols. That's all we want. By the way, this has the sector and industry also. So like, I guess for that I didn't need Yahoo Finance, but Yahoo Finance might be better. So okay, that's how you get the table. So the table we actually want is honestly the second table, but we only want the symbols. So we can just do something like df HTML. Sorry, the third table, but the third table is of course the index 2. So df HTML2, and then let's just do dot symbol dot to list, and then we get symbol list list like that. So that should give us our list of symbols. This is going to be slightly more than the Russell 1000 because the table includes things that were removed. So it's 1009. But anyways, that's not a big deal. So now let me show you how to get the company info, like the basically the market cap. Let me just write it down. We want to get the market cap, industry, and sector. Those are the most important things we want to get. So let's just keep a list. We'll call it info list, and we're going to iterate through our symbols. This you have to do one at a time. I think you can't do it in one shot like the open, high, low, close volume data. So here you iterate through symbol list. You do. I'm not going to do what it's suggesting. I'm going to basically, you do info equals yf.ticker symbol dot info. This gives you the info for this each symbol, right? And then I'm going to do info list dot append info. I'm going to add to the list. I'm going to have a list of infos basically, okay? And to be honest, I also want, I'm also going to want the symbol because it doesn't give you the symbol. So I'm going to have a thing called symbol. So this will be a dictionary. Each one is going to be a dictionary. You know what, maybe I'll show you an example just with like one symbol for a second. So if I do this, I'll show you how info looks like to give you intuition. So info looks like this. It's like going to be a dictionary. And so I'm going to just add the symbol thing. Okay, so I'm going to have a list of these info dictionaries. So now I can iterate through the whole thing. And because it doesn't take a second, let's enumerate it to like check our progress. So we'll do enumerate. This is obviously optional, but you can do like I symbol and enumerate, and let's just do something like if I mod 100 equals 0, print, this autocomplete so aggressive. Print, let's say completed, let's say it's f string I of, let's say length symbol list. So it's f string. You put your variables in these brackets. So now we're gonna get this info list, and yeah, that should be good. So completed 0 of 1099, then it'll be 100 and that sort of thing. Okay. So once we get that, let me just get rid of this thing. Once we get that, let's turn it into a data frame. So we can, oh, and it doesn't, not everything is found, but we'll take care of missing values soon. So we can turn it into a data frame by doing df, let's say df fundamental, fundamental, and we'll do pd.dataframe, what did we call it? We called it info list. I really got to fix the AC in this room. It's so hot. It's hard to talk. So now you get the data as a data frame, and let's just show you how it looks like. Oops. Fundamental.head. Let's wait for this to complete, of course. And then after, once this is completed, I want to show you guys, we should inspect the market cap, and we should inspect everything to make sure the numbers are right. So don't rely on numbers right away, like double check things, maybe use 2 data sources, but see, you get all these things like address, city, state, zip, phone, website, industry, dividends, all this good stuff. But we only want market cap. We want sector, of course, and industry. But let me just show you guys. So if let me show you guys my issue with this. So if I do df fundamental, and then I look at symbol and market cap, and then let me sort by market cap in high to low order. So market cap ascending equals false. And let me show you guys my problem with this. So we know that Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft are the biggest companies, right? But we get that AVGO or Broadcom is the biggest company. So we know Apple and Microsoft and Nvidia are in the trillions, like trillions, right? So this should not be $8 trillion company. So I googled AVGO's market cap, and it's AVGO market cap, and it's 791 billion. So there's like a bug. There's like a it's not accurate. Yahoo Finance's data for that. They made a mistake for AVGO. Everything else looks pretty good. To be honest with you guys, there could be other errors, but let's just not ignore that for now. Let's only fix AVGO. And by the way, if you guys want like a way to look at it, you can also have done this. You could have done plotted it as a Plotly figure, since my obsession with graphs now. DF fundamental. It's funny, it remembers my practice thing. The only thing is if you want to plot the bar graph in reverse order, you need to do ascending equals true and not false. So x equals market cap, because I want the market cap on the left to right by size, and then symbol will be y. So let's see if this actually worked. Let's do, we don't need this, I don't know why there's this orientation thing. Let's do height equals, we need a huge height to see everything, 20,000, and then let's do fig.show. Oh, and we need to, of course, import Plotly. So import Plotly.express as px. And let me put my computer in the charger so this video doesn't stop in the middle. Okay. So look, when you inspect this, you see that You see, if you go all the way to the top, because it's in size of market oh, you still don't see it? That's weird. The height's not big enough. Sending, that's weird. I would have thought would see it if we give this like giant height. Um, that's weird. Let me do 30,000. There's other ways to do it to see everything, but I don't want to like digress from this video too much. But like you see, this is annoying. Okay, you know what? It's funny because I did the exact same thing in my previous thing and it worked well. Um, why don't we do something like this? We'll do dot sort values. Let's do dot n largest, and we'll do let's just do the top 200, and then we'll do column. Let's do market cap. We'll take the 200 largest by market cap, and then we'll sort the values. And now it's way too big, but let's. Sorry about this, guys. So you see, AVGO is huge, and that makes no sense. It's off by a factor of 10. So let's fix that. So how are we gonna fix that? Let's divide AVGO's market cap by 10. We're just gonna do that for this. There could be other errors, but let's assume Yahoo Finance only made one mistake. So I can do something like df, and it remembers my code, almost my code. So I'll do market cap dot apply lambda L, actually not market cap because I need the symbol. So I'll do something like this. If L, it'll be L market cap over 10. If L symbol equals AVGO, otherwise it will be just the regular. And you need access equals 1 here. So now the market cap is like, what did I mess up on? It's weird. Yeah, so that should work. And now the plot will make more sense. If we plot this, we'll see that like we should have Apple as the highest one and not AVGO, Broadcom. Okay, so now that we got the fundamental data, the market cap and the sectors and all that stuff, let me show you guys, of course, what I showed you guys in a different video, how to get like all data for a ton of tickers at once. So you do literally yf.download, you give the symbol list, and we only need the data of last Thursday and Wednesday and Thursday because we want just one return. So we need to start on the 10th, and let's write till the 12th just in case because I think it's exclusive. So now if I run this, it gives me the data for all the symbols at once. Now let me show, I guess I did data.head so you can see how it looks like. Maybe I should move this to here. So that run. So this will give us like open, high, low, close volume, and actually adjusted close. And adjusted close is what we want because we want to adjust for dividends, and adjusted close adjusts for dividends. So let's let this awkwardly finish. 47%. Okay. 65%. We're almost there. Great. So as you see the results, you get all the tickers nicely, and then you're going to get adjusted volume, adjusted close, volume, open, high, low, close, volume, and we're gonna need adjusted close. So we can do that by doing. So let me just actually. So we can actually we need the adjusted close. So we need data, and what do we need? We need adjusted close, adjust close, and let me show you how it looks like. So if we get adjusted close, it'll just be the adjusted close of these. And then, because we want the return, we'll do percent change. Let me show you guys how it looks like. And you see you get the percent change. We don't need the first one. We just need the one between the close here and the close here. So that's what we need. So that's the percent change that we need. So let's actually drop the first column. You can do it with tail and that sort of thing, but let's do it like this. Because we're dropping the first column, we're starting from the second column, which is index 1. And then it looks like this. And then we actually are going to eventually want it not this way. We're going to want to like transpose the direction. So we can do dot transpose. And then eventually I want to join with this ticker thing. So I'll do dot reset index. And then I'll call this, let me call this df percent change. Let me show you guys how this looks like. df percent change. It looks like this. So it's what we want. We have the percent change, but we have some ugly column names. So let's just clean up the column names. Let's do df percent change dot columns equals symbol and percent change. And if you do, so now it looks great. So now let's merge with the fundamental data. So let's do df equals df percent change dot merge df fundamental, and we only are gonna use in our graph symbol, sector, market cap, and industry. So we don't need the other ones. The reason I'm not including them here is because I want to do the drop NA like this, because there's gonna be some NAs. So now look at what we did. We just joined the things together, the percent change. And remember, this is from Wednesday night to Thursday night. So it covers that after CPI effect last week. So we have this. So great. Now the moment of truth. Create our very beautiful Plotly TreeMap visualization. You can also do like Plotly TreeMap. And you'll see like they have really good tree map examples, by the way. So I guess I should add a link to this. They have like they explain this in nice depth. So let me add this here. Okay, but let me show you guys what I'm gonna do. So first things first is the simple thing is we do fig equals px.treemap. And what do we need for treemap? We need to have our data frame. So our data frame is called df. Let me actually write the arguments, I guess. Data frame equals df. What do we need? This is the most important thing, a thing called path. So path basically tells you like subset wise like how to partition your thing. So in our case, like industry is a subset of sector. So you would have sector, then industry because it goes in that order, and then symbol because symbol is a subset of everything. But then before that, you can also say like everything is part of the Russell Russell 1000. So we could do something like this. Let me maybe actually do it in this way. You know what? Let me show you the way Plotly does it. Okay. So you give a path, and the path is something like you go like from the big set to the little set. So the big set of everything is actually not in this data frame. So Plotly has a thing called px.constant, and this will be like the subset, the set of everything. So I can write Russell 1000, and then below that, like we said, sector is the biggest thing, and then industry, and then symbol. So then I write sector, industry, and then symbol. Okay, great. So now we have the path. So the values, this is like for the sizing, it'll be market cap. And let's show you how it looks like as is, without doing anything, just for fun. Because the next step is to do the colors, which is the most important actually. Okay, so it's very beautiful. It's actually more beautiful now. I guess it colored it by sector. Like sector is technology, so it colored by sector, which is, look how beautiful this is actually. You know what? Let's just keep this for you guys because it's kind of beautiful. So now let's actually do the color thing. So by the way, hover data of course is like when you hover you can see things. So I guess by default it does a lot of things, but you can explicitly write it. So you can do hover data. Hover data equals let's do a symbol sector industry. I guess I'm doing everything, so I don't even need to do this, but just so you guys know, let's see if it makes a difference. Okay, so this is the hover value, and yeah, it does. It makes it a little bit cleaner, I guess. So that's great. So now that's the most important thing is the colors, right? So we're gonna have to. We can do color. We'll color by. And you know what? Maybe I'll make this above because it'll make it like this prettier here. So I do want to give you guys that pretty graph because I like the colors, even though it's not as meaningful. So let's, okay. So now we actually want to color by percent change, right? We want to color by percent change, but you'll see the colors are not the colors we want. So this is the scale. The scale is like from yellow to this, but we don't want that. We need to define our own color scale. So so two things. So we write a color scale. It'll be something like this. You'll do like color scale, and this thing will kind of like in order say like the higher the value, the more it'll be. Basically, it'll be something like this. The lowest value would be dark red, right? And then on the way to that, like 0.4 of it will be it saved mine. Sorry. So okay, so like it's kind of saying like when it's all the way bad, the lowest value will be dark red, and then when it's like bad, like 40th percentile sort of thing, it'll be just red, right? And then we can say like let's say we can even do like salmon because it's even it's like light red, right? And then we can do 0.5 is white. White will be neutral, right? And then we can do 0.55. I like the hint, light green. And then we can do 0.6. We can do green. And then 1 we can do all the way dark green. So it's a scale from 0 to 1. This will be what's called a color scale. So we can do we do color and we can do discrete and continuous, but we'll do discrete continuous. Color continuous scale equals color scale. It's like that. It's from 0 to 1 and you specify the colors. And then what do you do after that? We can also define a midpoint. So we want the midpoint to be at 0. We want like to force it. Basically what this will do is it'll do like a percentile thing, right? So the percentile, it's not necessary that 0 percentile is 0% change. So we could force that by doing color continuous midpoint equals 0. And now we should have what we want. It must be a what the hell is wrong with this thing? Oh. So yeah, see what we want. We have the whole thing is the Russell 1000, and then we have the technology sector, and then we have within it the industry of semiconductors, and then we have software infrastructure, consumer electronics. You see the more red. Nvidia went down a lot. Tesla went down a ton. Where is Tesla here actually? That's weird. Auto manufacturers, Tesla. It went down a ton. Yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You see it's nice. You can click. You can see the sector, healthcare, biotech, percent change. It's very useful. It's cool stuff. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like, please subscribe. It helps a lot. Otherwise, YouTube hates me. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys.